Hello all, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. Yes, I did not in the thumbnail show the name of the soap because I haven't opened it yet. We're going to do the unboxing right now, so I figure I'd show the back side of it. Leave you in suspense. This came in Wednesday night, kind of late actually. It was like 7 o'clock when it got delivered. I saw Dave in Kentucky use this soap, and I was very, very intrigued with it. So I went to his Etsy store and put it in my cart. And then when I got paid, I immediately ordered it. I could have ordered it before then, but well, I kind of did order it before I got paid. I shouldn't say that. I ordered it the day before I got paid. And they shipped it quick. Let me tell you what, it did not take long to get here. And if you want this soap or some of his other scents, he's got a couple more I'd like to get. It's from Talent Soap Company. They're located in Kansas City, Missouri. It's probably the right reason it didn't take so long to get here. I don't know what their free shipping is, but I got free shipping. And my order was only $38, so I'm thinking $35 and you get free shipping. Packing peanuts in here, so I gotta pull it out in the sink so I can control the nuts. Always gotta keep your nuts under control, guys. When your nuts are out of control, it's a bad thing. Bad things can happen. Okay. Sorry, it was wrapped up pretty good. Talent Soap Factory. Who does not love bacon? The scent notes are smoked bacon, Vermont maple sugar, melted butter, vanilla extract, and fresh morning coffee. Shave soap. Here's his pour. I think it's 3 ounces in a 4-ounce container. It doesn't say on that. No, it's 4 ounces in a 4-ounce container. Wow. Oh. What hits you right away is the maple syrup scent with butter. It smells like flipping waffles. There's bacon in the background. The bacon hits you up in the background. I want to eat this. Give me a spoon and let me eat this right out of the tub. That is absolutely damn gorgeous. I am happy I got that. Thank you, Dave in Kentucky, for using this on camera, because that is a fantastic smell. He also has a cupcake one and another one called Fantasy Donut. And I'm thinking I want to get the Fantasy Donut along with the Shannon's dark or light roast coffee. Do one side of my face with Fantasy Donut and the other side with the coffee, and have breakfast. because Shannon's, I don't know why they did this. They made that light roast coffee and the dark roast coffee scented soaps with no splash. No splash. They didn't make a splash for it. Come on, guys. I want to smell like coffee all day. Give me the splash. And yes, I got the splash for I love bacon. Alright, there's your bacon scent right there. This has more bacon scent to it than the soap does. Which, you got the brown sugar and melted butter scent in here. Majority of. With a bacon in the background. Then you pick this up and you got the bacon in the foreground and the melted butter and syrup in the background. So the two combined give you a great overlapping smell. Absolutely flippin' wonderful. Alright, we'll be right back. I'm gonna set myself up for the shave. Be right back, guys. And we'll get into today's history lesson too. Alright, all back again. Sorry about that. I know it's like I never left, but it's been a couple minutes. I was whipping up the lather. This bathroom smells wonderful. Syrup smells like syrup and butter, melted butter. The razor is my my pick for my Magnificent 11. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think what the hell it was called. I can't remember, but it was my J1. I think it's my classic. One pause. Okay, it's called the Sentimental pick. It's my J1 Gillette Slim Adjustable. This one is made in my birth quarter in 1964. First quarter. And in it I have, get a load of this, a 4th use Strangelet, PAA Strangelet Platinum blade. I'm going to give the blade one more chance. Yes, it's a 4th use. First blade I ever used was like shaving with a chainsaw. Second blade wasn't that bad, but it still wasn't great. It was better on its 2nd use, and it was okay on its 3rd. Let's see if it'll go a 4th and be okay, not great. I don't expect it to be great because I have not yet had anything great from these blades. PAA Cube, but I am willing to give them a chance. And I have several blades sitting over here on the side if this goes to shit. Which it very well could. We're on 2 days growth. Well, I really, it's that good, guys. Oh my God. I like my dark scents, but they don't make me want to eat them. You just want to stick this thing right in your mouth and take a big old bite. I said I don't eat soap. I'll leave that to Brandon Hay. It's actually not bad. Oh, you know it's soap, but the flavor of it is maple syrup, sugary syrup, and melted butter. That's the flavor of it. And now I'm getting a little bacon in the background. I said I wouldn't eat soap because I did enough of that when I was a kid. I'm not going to do it on purpose now until I smell this damn shit. This stuff is great. I wonder if his Fantasy Donuts is good. I might have to find out. Alright, 4th use Strangelet and the Gillette Slim Adjustable. Here we go. Not that bad. I've had worse. I've had better. Okay, I shouldn't call these a history lesson. I should be calling them a history tidbit. So, our history tidbit for today. So what I do is I just search on the date that I'm going to do a shave video, what happened on that date. And there's a site that gives me a list of everything in recorded history that happened up on that date. And I saw one thing that was very interesting, but I left it alone because I knew John Bonham was going to do a Cape Cod wet shaving, because he used to be in the Coast Guard. Because today is the birthday of the Cutter Revenue Service, I believe that's what it was called, which was the forerunner of the Coast Guard. It was commissioned by Congress to stop smuggling and pirates and BS along the coast of the United States. And I knew he was going to do that one because he was Coast Guard. And he did. He did a great video on it today. So I left that one alone. Of course, everybody knows that August 4th was also the day that Britain declared war on Germany in World War I after Germany refused to leave Belgium after occupying it. Actually, it wasn't that bad of a pass, guys. But what also happened on August 4th of 1821 is the birth of the Saturday Evening Post, hence the Norman Rockwell painting for a thumbnail. It was 53 Market Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was their headquarters, their office. And it was printed, I believe it was weekly. There's a lot here. I read so much on this, I've got all my facts. Have you ever read too much on something and get all the numbers and everything mixed up? Yes, it was weekly. It was weekly when it first started. And it took the place of and was printed on the same equipment that printed Benjamin Franklin's Pennsylvania Gazette, which stopped printing in 1800, 10 years after Franklin died. Then they came in and started the Saturday Evening Post. And we all know it was local stories. They had recognized authors do short stories. They did all kinds of stuff, cartoons, information fan of stuff. It was all kinds of stuff on the Saturday Evening Post. And it gave birth later on in the 20th century. It gave birth to what is probably one of the best known American artists of the time, Norman Rockwell, who did several panels for the Post. Yeah, I've got my other phone here open to that page so I can keep my notes straight. I did not get a cut. It just tugged the hair out. Oh. Hang on. I screwed up. I haven't used an adjustable in so long, I forgot I was using one. I started on, first pass was on setting 3. I was supposed to go to setting 6. So, guess what? We'll have to redo it again. My bad. I'm sorry. I just haven't used an adjustable. Well, I did the other day on my head, but on my face I haven't. And I started talking and shit. Oh, I'm just an idiot. Get used to it. Okay, it's on setting 6 now. Okay, now we're better. And the post ran. It's still doing today. It still does 6 issues a year now. But it shut down for 2 years. Because the guy that bought it ran it into the ground. And they had it closed down for 2 years until he sold it. And somebody else bought it and revived it. And I think they were closed from 68 to 70. In their heyday, it was a weekly publication, and it reached 500 million homes across the country. And then in the late 50s and early 60s, readership started to decline. And they did several things to try and combat it. Nothing worked. And then they got sued by Butts for libel, because one of the articles they posted said that Coach Paul Bear Bryant of Alabama Crimson Tide and Wally Butts of University of Georgia conspired to fix a game between the two of them. Bear Bryant settled for $300,000 out of court, but Butts took it all the way to the Supreme Court, and they lost, and they had to pay him. They were originally seeking $10 million, both of them, and Butts won in the Supreme Court for $3.5 million. And Martin Ackerman, who was a specialist in troubled firms, had loaned the Post $5 million to keep afloat at one time. Well, it didn't work. They were still losing readership and subscriptions, and they ended up having to, since he was the largest stockholder, after giving them $500 million or $5 million, he ended up being the largest stockholder, and they turned the CEO position over to him, and he ran the company into the ground. And after he promised never to close the doors, he did close the doors in 1968. And then in 1978, the company was bought. Hang on. By Curtis Publishing Company, and reopened. Oh, I'm going to do it again. I don't know. I was going to do it on 6. Here we go. Open doors. These old Gillettes, you got to open the doors to make an adjustment. I'm on 7. I'm going to take it up to 9. I always do it backwards. Everybody starts at 9 and goes down to 3. I start at 3 and go up to 9. Okay. Because I want my last pass to be as close as possible for the shape to last as long as possible. You know what? These Strangelets, except for that first blade was flipping god awful horrible. It was like taking a heavy wooden brass file or metal file across your skin. It was so flipping rough. It was unbelievable. I threw that sucker out. I pulled another blade off another pack of 5. And I used it. And this is its 4th use, and it's actually not that bad. The first use was, second use was a little better, third use was better than the second, and now this one I think is actually better than the third. Okay, so I absolutely am changing my mind. I'm taking the shavelets off my 5 worst blades, because I have used worse. It's just they're not good for the first use for me. And I'm not talking first pass, I'm talking first complete use. So I have a feeling they're going to be like a feather. So they need to be rubbed. On my denim block before use to break the edge in. So I will take them off my worst blade use. Worst blade category now. How about that? Never thought I'd say that, but actually fourth use is probably a little bit better than the third. It left a little bit. They're not as sharp as they could be, but it's gaining points. Maybe I won't take it off the list yet because I did leave a lot, but they're not that sharp for me. But the biggest thing that put them on my worst blade list was the smoothness of them. There wasn't any. It was like, let's find the roughest piece of crap we can rub across the up your skin, and we'll use that. Guys, I could sit here all night and just... This is incredible. This is a great scent. I do have to once again thank Dave in Kentucky for using that, and it intrigued me because who the hell doesn't like bacon or love bacon? Okay, well, yeah, I did my whole face because I'm going to have to do a fourth pass. I am. Spray some water on it to activate that residual slickness. Okay, guess what? They're going back on my worst blade list. They came off them because the smoothness improved, but they're going back on because the sharpness still sucks. How about that? I'm like a woman, I can't make up my mind. I just opened my mouth too soon, as usual. They're just not sharp enough for me. So yeah, the Saturday Evening Post is still in business, guys. Since 1821. How about that? They're still printing. Closed for 2 years, but they're back up and running. When they reopened in 1960, they were closed for 2 years, and they reopened. They primarily focused on medical journals, medical articles, doing medical stuff, and then they gradually went back into daily stuff that happened during the week in regular articles. But at one time, the Post was the only place, besides maybe going to the library or buying the book at a bookstore, where you could read something by one of the world's most popular authors, because most of them back in the early days, the 20s and 30s and 40s, would post articles, short stories, for the Saturday Evening Post, and they got their name out there. People liked their writings, and they buy their books because they saw that they wrote in the Saturday Evening Post, and they liked the article. They liked what they wrote. And, I mean, look what it did for Norman Rockwell with his cover art. His stuff got turned into wall art. Is turned into posters and I'm still here. Got framed and still here. And still here. My old pal, the Super Iridium, to the rescue. Yeah, they're just not sharp enough. They smooth out the more you use them, but the sharpness goes away. By the time they smooth out, they're flipping dull as hell. So, here we go. This is like my 6th use of this blade, and it's still sharp as hell. I'm really, the Super Iridiums are really climbing the scale for me. They really are. You know how I could tell the strangelets were dull? 4 passes, not a drop of blood out of my neck, and you know my neck always bleeds. Super Iridium to the win, for the win. Yes, Justin, the People's Blade wins. Again, to the rescue, as you like to say. You're right, it is a damn good blade, and I see why you like it so much. So anyways, Saturday Evening Post started off as a weekly. 4 pages every week. Till we get to the 1920s. Then it becomes a bi-weekly of 10 pages every 2 weeks. Then we get to the 1950s. I think it was the 50s. Come on. Alright, yeah, in the 50s it was back to weekly. It was back to a weekly every week. It doesn't say how many pages though. It was just weekly. But yeah, it's been around that long. So, happy birthday, Saturday Evening Post. What? 201 years, right? Started in 1821. 201 years for a magazine in this country. Made a lot of authors famous. Definitely made one artist famous. Alum Block, Gentleman John. And yes, my head is a mess. Did that to myself yesterday. About a half a point on the neck. Nothing on the cheeks. Yeah, that Strangelet blade is crap. Absolutely. 4 uses, it's done. I still had a little bit in here that I had to take off. After 4 passes, it still was leaving hair behind. So, yes, it got smoother, but it did not get any sharper, of course. It just kept getting duller and duller and duller. So it's got to go. I'm still not impressed with them. And I watch these guys that use them, and I'm like, they say, as soon as they say, And the blade today is a PAA Strangelet Platinum. I'm like, oh, don't do that to yourself. Don't. Oh, don't. Use a good blade. And when they use it and they say they like it, I'm like, what is wrong with your skin? I'm sure we do that with a lot of people, and they use something and you go, what are you doing? Don't use that. That's garbage. I'm sure you all have something that does not agree with you, and you see somebody else use it and you're like, no, 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 don't use that. Which Hazel? Walgreens. El Cheapo brand, yes. This, oh, I'm going to drink this, okay? I tasted the soap, now let me drink the aftershave. Oh. Good God. Aqua Velva 5-in-1. I want to get some in my... That's all I'm going to use. This stuff goes a long way. Get it in my palm and get that residual aftershave off my hands. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not one to use a lot of aftershave, but you would not want this scent to go away for a while. This is a fantastic combination. I will have a link in the description to his Etsy page, but this is absolutely fantastic. The Talent Soap Factory. It was a good base. It felt good on the skin. You could feel the skin properties in it. It was slick. It lathered well. You saw all that. And it was slick. It had good residual slickness. Throw a little water on it because I got the fan blowing on my face and dried it out. But if I didn't have the fan, it would have been okay. But throw a little water on it, reactivate it, and I got slickness right away. It's all there, guys. Everything you want in an artisan soap is right here. Plus, you could eat this. This is freaking good. I tried it. It wasn't that bad. Get some. Try a little bit. Tell me if I'm wrong that tastes horrible. It does not taste horrible. It doesn't taste bad at all. You can tell it's soap, but it does taste decently. If my mom was feeding me that kind of soap when I was a kid for when I had a bad mouth, I'd be bigger than I am now. I would have been swearing all the time just so she could feed me more of it. Alright guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for my little story on the Saturday Evening Post, and happy birthday to the Saturday Evening Post, 201 years. So, thank you all. I appreciate you being here from here. Love you all. I appreciate it. Don't forget the affiliate link when it hits $25. I put the gift card to you guys and give it away. Alright, so please hit that subscribe button and the like button. The more likes, dislike. If you don't like it, hit the dislike. I don't care. It's the algorithms go by interaction, not what was pressed, not if it was up or down. It goes by interaction. So give me thumbs down. I don't care. I'm used to getting thumbs down. I was married for 29 years. I could never do anything right, so I'm used to it. Don't worry about it. All right, guys. I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot for listening to me. We're done with the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys.